Hey guys, it's Mike here, and in this video, I want to discuss something that many Dragon Ball fans, including myself, have wondered about ever since King Cold was first introduced in Dragon Ball Z. With that being, why did King Cold abdicate his throne to his son Frieza? Now, as for the backstory on this pivotal event in Dragon Ball history, details were largely unknown until recently. That all changed when the movie Dragon Ball Super Broly was released in theaters. There was revealed that shortly after the birth of Prince Vegeta, King Cold, who was at the time the ruler of the Galactic Empire, came to visit planet Vegeta. It was there that he told the Saiyans and King Vegeta that his son Frieza would be taking over the Empire effective immediately. However, aside from the fact that Cold handed over his throne to his son, no reasoning was given for this change in leadership. So what exactly caused him to make this decision? Well, first we have to take a look at the evidence given in the story itself. Now, considering this event transpired decades before Goku ever encountered Frieza, and King Cold showed no signs of advanced aging or diminishing health, it doesn't seem like either was a factor in this decision. And I can imagine that Cold would have lived a lot longer than he did in the main story had he never encountered Trunks and his sword. But the Cold family sure does love their revenge, especially his son. No, not that one. The canon one. Well, at least for now. So what other factors were on display? Well, first off, we have to consider Frieza's defining trait, other than being evil, which is his overwhelming power. Frieza was born with a power level of 120 million. Even as the tiny, lobster-colored alien who was introduced to the Saiyans in Dragon Ball Super Broly, he was vastly more powerful than the majority of the universe, and that was just in his most suppressed form. Now, it's long been debated how powerful King Cold was compared to Frieza, but one thing is clear that they weren't too far apart in power. So the fact that Frieza was not only born with an incredibly high power level, but one that either rivaled or surpassed King Cold, who is the most powerful mortal and Emperor of the universe, likely made him see Frieza as a suitable ruler. One of the big themes that was on display in Dragon Ball Super Broly was that each of the prominent fathers desired the best for their sons, with King Vegeta wanting his son to become the ruler of the universe, Bardock wanting to save Goku's life, and King Cold also wanted his son to replace him as emperor. And part of this ties into what King Cold told Vegeta when he first introduced his son, saying that Frieza is far more ruthless than he is, a fact which was demonstrated numerous times throughout the franchise. Another factor is that King Cold was already established long before this point. We don't know exactly how long it took him to conquer most of the universe and build up his empire, but for all we know it took decades or even centuries. Perhaps after spending all of that time on the battlefield, organizing an army, dealing with leaders, and blowing up planets, he was tired and wanted to move on. By that time, he had created the perfect legacy to pass on to his son. So when we put all of this together, it's likely that King Cold saw Frieza as the ultimate prodigy in terms of power and ruthless aggression. So he believed that Frieza would be better suited at ruling his empire, with Cold's aid from the shadows. Thus, he proudly abdicated his throne for his young son, giving him the reins of the universe-spanning empire and carte blanche to do whatever he wanted, including destroying the very planets he took over. This single move set into motion a chain of events that changed the Dragon Ball universe forever, leading to Goku going to the Earth, growing stronger, gathering friends, and battling against universe-threatening opponents for decades. You can even say that King Cold saved the universe.
From a certain point of view.
So after that incredible act which set everything into motion, didn't the guy deserve to retire? Perhaps he spent most of his days sitting around in a rocking chair at his own chateau, brewing wine de King Cold from his vineyards full of space grapes, juicing them with his telekinesis and keeping 100% of the profits. Or more if he threatened to blow up the buyer's planet. All the while drinking a little bit of the bubbly. It was a nice life, much like the life Thanos wanted to live, until he ran into the main protagonists of the story, and proceeded to get killed by a mopey blonde alien wielding a powerful weapon and with an electrical aura. Well, at least Trunks actually knew how to finish the guy off before he succeeded at his evil plan. Thanos is lucky that he wasn't there in Infinity War. No! So that is why King Cold abdicated his throne to Frieza. Let me know your own thoughts down below in the comments. If you like this content, you can help support LSM on Patreon, a link to which is down below in the description. Make sure to subscribe and enable all notifications, so you can stay up to date with all of my videos. Thanks for watching, and make sure to stick around, because there's a lot more to come in the future.
Yeah, and you better subscribe.